A single PDF just erased $600 billion from the stock market. Not a missile, not a virus, not a war. A document. By the time Wall Street closed on January 27, 2025, Nvidia, the most important company in the modern economy, had collapsed. Analysts froze, traders panicked, and inside Google, Meta, and OpenAI, something far worse happened: recognition. Because that PDF didn't just report a breakthrough, it proved that the most expensive machines ever built weren't necessary. For 5 years, Silicon Valley lived by one law: intelligence is expensive. To build a super brain, you needed $100 billion, 50,000 NVIDIA H100s, data centers the size of cities. Then, a Chinese company called DeepSeek broke the rule. They didn't just match GPT-4, they did it for $5.6 billion. Less than a Manhattan penthouse, less than one Marvel CGI sequence, less than what most AI startups burn in 3 months. And in that moment, the entire AI economy repriced to zero. This is the story of the efficiency wars. To understand why this broke the market, you have to understand Silicon Valley's core belief: the scaling hypothesis. The idea is simple: bigger data, bigger models, smarter intelligence. For a decade, it worked. Every new generation of AI was larger, more expensive, more powerful. So the industry logged into a single assumption: the future belongs to whoever can spend the most money. This triggered the largest infrastructure arms race in human history. Microsoft rewired power grids for AI. Meta dug its own power plants out of the desert. Google turned continents into server farms. Sam Altman wasn't asking for millions. He wasn't asking for billions. He was asking for $7 trillion. Because under this religion, the timeline was obvious. First, models cost $100 million, then $1 billion, and then $10 billion. Eventually, only governments could afford intelligence. But while Silicon Valley was building enormous cathedrals, a team in China was learning how to pray in the dark. DeepSeek was not born in a garage. It was born inside a hedge fund. Its founder, Liang Wenfeng, wasn't an AI influencer. He was a quant. And quants don't believe in stories. They believe in inefficiencies. In finance, the only religion is arbitrage. Find a weakness, exploit it, break the system. In 2021, Liang spotted the real bottleneck of the future: compute. He saw the US and China drifting towards technological conflict. He predicted export bans years before they actually happened. So instead of making speeches, he quietly began hoarding chips. Thousands of NVIDIA A100s, quiet purchases, third-party suppliers, foreign intermediaries. No hype, no deadlines, just stockpiling silicon like wartime ammunitions. Then, in 2023, the bans hit. The United States cut China off from high-end AI hardware. Chinese tech companies panicked, but Liang didn't. He already had the hardware. Now he just needed to do something no one thought was possible: break the physics of computation. The US didn't just block chips. They targeted the most fragile part of supercomputing: communication speed. NVIDIA was forced to sell China crippled versions of its GPUs, same brains, half the bandwidth. In AI training, bandwidth is oxygen. If chips can't talk fast enough, everything chokes. This creates what engineers call the communication wall. Your GPUs spend most of their time waiting instead of working. In theory, this guaranteed China could never train frontier models efficiently. DeepSeek didn't fight the wall, they tunneled under it. They invented something called dual pipe scheduling. Here's the simplest version. Normally, a GPU waits. It finishes one task, then it waits for the next task to arrive. That waiting time is where billions of dollars die. DeepSeek redesigned the workflow so the GPU is receiving the next task while executing the current one. No waiting, no silence, no wasted cycles. They forced a sanctioned, bandwidth-starved chip to operate near 100% utilization. They didn't change the engine, they changed the gear timing. And suddenly a restricted Chinese GPU cluster was behaving like unrestricted American hardware. Fixing the plumbing wasn't enough. They had to redesign the brain itself. Most large models today are called dense models. That means every time you ask a question, every single neuron activates. Whether you ask what is 2 plus 2 or explain quantum gravity. It's like firing up a space shuttle just to fetch groceries. DeepSeek went a different direction. They used mixture of experts, MOE. Instead of one massive brain, they built hundreds of specialized mini brains. DeepSeek V3 contains 671 billion parameters. But here's the trick. For any one question, only 37 billion activate. The rest stay asleep. A routing system decides which expert wakes up. So the model carries the knowledge of a giant but runs at the cost of a fraction. This single architectural decision shattered the assumption that bigger models must also be more expensive to run. DeepSeek proved you could have massive intelligence without massive compute. But there was still one bottleneck. As your conversation with an AI grows longer, something explodes: memory, specifically the KV cache. The short-term memory that stores everything you and the model have already said. At scale, this memory becomes a monster. Companies were buying thousands of H100s not for intelligence, but just to act as a very expensive RAM. DeepSeek attacked this bottleneck with something called multi-head latent attention, MLA. Here's the simple version. Instead of storing raw memory, DeepSeek compresses it into a latent representation, like turning a massive uncompressed video into a highly efficient zip file. The result? A 93% reduction in memory usage. This is the line that terrified Wall Street. At this efficiency, a GPT-4 class model no longer needs a supercluster. It can run on a single node, a small rack, even a stack of MacBooks. The supposed infinite demand for NVIDIA's data center GPUs suddenly wasn't infinite anymore. Up until now, this sounds like a genius engineering story. Smarter scheduling, smarter architecture, smarter memory. But the next part is where it stops being about code and starts being about economics. Because this is where the number appears. The number that broke the market. $5.6 million. That's what DeepSeek claims it cost to train their frontier model. How is that even possible? 2 words. Model distillation. Instead of teaching their AI from scratch, they let it learn by imitation, like a student copying the homework of a world-class professor. This skips the slow kindergarten phase to billions in failed experiments. They compressed years of learning into months. But the real shock wasn't the cost. It was the decision that followed. Liang Wenfeng didn't lock this intelligence behind a paywall. He did something far more dangerous. He open-sourced it. The weights, the architecture, the optimizations, everything. This was economic arson because intelligence behaves like commodities. Diamonds are expensive because they are rare. Water is cheap because it's everywhere. DeepSeek turned intelligence into water, and once intelligence becomes abundant, the pricing model of the entire AI industry collapses. So the obvious question is, if it was possible, why didn't OpenAI, Google or Meta do it first? The answer is brutal. Legacy debt. Every major lab built its empire on dense models, brute force scaling, infinite compute assumptions. Their entire infrastructure stack depends on training pipelines, inference servers, deployment tooling, revenue forecasts. Switching to DeepSeek-style efficiency would mean tearing down everything, admitting their core assumption was wrong. But there's a deeper reason. If Sam Altman admits you can build frontier AI for $5 million, then his $7 trillion vision collapses instantly. The moment intelligence becomes cheap, every valuation built on artificial scarcity dies. DeepSeek had no legacy, no trillion-dollar narrative to protect. Constraint became their weapon. The crash doesn't start at the top, it starts at the bottom. Wrappers. Thousands of startups were built on one fragile business model. We resell OpenAI but with better UI. DeepSeek just made their core product free. Margins vanish, investors vanish, runways vanish. But the damage doesn't stop at founders. Here's the quiet collapse no one talks about. The junior marketing analyst, the customer support lead, the video editor, the prompt engineer. If your job depended on access to intelligence, access is no longer scarce. And when intelligence becomes free, human labor gets repriced next. It doesn't hit your invoice, it hits your job description. For years, US policy followed one doctrine: containment. Starve China of chips, starve China of progress. DeepSeek proved that strategy failed. Constraint didn't stop them, it evolved them. Now for the part that keeps national security analysts awake, DeepSeek is a Chinese company. Every prompt you type, every business question, every research query becomes a training data. Drug discovery, military logistics, political messaging, corporate strategy, a silent war of Western cognition flowing into Chinese servers. The US government is scrambling, but it's already too late. The code is public, the efficiency techniques have spread, and no sanction can put this genie back into the bottle. For a decade, the AI narrative was simple. Whoever spends the most money wins. And that era is over. We have entered the efficiency age. The new winners won't be the biggest data center, the largest cluster, the most capital. They'll be the smartest schedulers, the leanest architectures, the teams who can do more with less. DeepSeek didn't just beat the West at a product. They rewrote the rules of the war. Intelligence will be cheap, ubiquitous, uncontainable. And when intelligence is everywhere, control becomes the real battlefield. The zero-sum game has flipped. For the first time in modern tech history, Silicon Valley is playing defense. If you work in tech, finance, media, or AI, you're not watching this transformation. You are inside it. The efficiency wars have already begun. The only question left is, when intelligence costs nothing, who will own it? This is Product FYI. Follow if you want to see the wars before they go public.